That's right.
I can be the
Technically, you've
tank.
got 3 health bars because you just shape change again.
That's true.
Welcome, everybody. We are on the air. And we're back playing some Witchlight and Wesmia. So thank you for joining us. Quick couple of things about the Twitch stream side of things. If you wanted to get involved, every once in a while you'll see a little message pop up like that one there that says, hey, roll for the DM. We're not there quite yet, but I do like to get the players involved. And of course, feel free to, if you enjoy what you see, follow, subscribe, all of those wonderful things that you do when you're seeing people on Twitch and you like what they're doing. So, hey Dak, good to see you. Already right on top of things, right, like right here. I love it. I love it. Love it. So, where we left off is in a location where that requires a little bit of a change of music. So we're going to do that right now. We are located in, or the party is located in the realm of Prismere, a Feywild realm. Particularly, they found themselves in a very swampy location called Hither. They, as soon as they arrived here after getting to this place from the Witchlight Carnival in Wesmia itself, they're now traversing this swamp, trying to figure out the cause. Something was holding sway over the Witchlight Carnival, but there's a little bit more to this to this location as well. They've upon arriving, they watched what seemed to be like some sort of hot air balloon come spiraling down upon a tower off in the distance. So they inspected it, discovered that constrictor snakes are kind of irritating. Managed to dispatch the constrictor snakes as a way of recovering another character in that managed to get trapped inside that balloon that fell onto that tower. Turns out that character is some form of very dragon-like creature named Sir Televar, and who has now pressed the party into helping them out. And so helping Sir Televar get released from this tiny cage that he seems to be in. They started traversing through the swamp one more time, and happened upon some armor, full metal armor that would like to mimic them considerably. And being as they liked to mimic them, they decided that mimicry is not the finest form of flattery, and started to try to dispatch them. And were successful. In the doing of this, Shimo managed to introduce a new form of his character, being the bear. Now, we actually got a little bit mixed up in our last session. We used a cave bear, and that was not quite the one that we're supposed to be going with. What we're supposed to be going with is a brown bear, and so I'm in the process right now of adjusting all of the tokens and things that I've put on these creatures to get them fixed back up. But none of it. We looked back, or rather, Shimo looked back, and it didn't affect any of the other things that happened there. So it didn't affect the narrative at all. So we're retconning a little bit. It's not a cave bear; it is a brown bear. But aside from that, right at the end of the combat, Dottie, dispatching the last of these mimicking armors, steps down into the ground. My bit rate is brutal, and I'm so sorry if it's kind of causing problems for you guys. Let me know in the chat if it's a big one. But the Dottie steps down and feels a little bit more something solid and metallic under her feet. So Dottie, with that, I'm going to get you to roll for me a perception check.
Okay.
And let's see if we can pull that up real quick. There we go.
Ooh.
20.
Okay, here's how you start a session, is with a natural 20. I love it. So, you see everything. So let's see how, but what all are you going to see? You're going to, first of all, you're going to start, the mist is just going to clear out a little bit in front of you, and you're going to start noticing that there is more armor out in this field beyond you. There's armor to your left, kind of protruding from the swamp here, there, 2, 4, 5, 6, getting close to 20, maybe more shells of armor that are left, some somewhat submerged in the swamp, some just barely out of view, like you can only see like a toe sticking out. You're almost confused for a rock, and then some sort of swamp gas kind of shimmered behind it differently. There's a lot here, and now that you also have a wicked natural 21 for you, I'm also going to say that you clearly see off in the distance a hill. And thinking a little bit about it, you're pretty certain that that hill was slightly further to. Wait a second, which way south? Yeah, that. Well, whatever that way was. It. Not necessarily certain as to where all the directionality is. You're pretty certain it was a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit further south, and it just kind of moved a little bit closer to view. If you want to see some more, you'd have to tell me where else you would want to look, and I can give you some more details. But because with that natural 20, you'll definitely see it. But that's at this point from in your immediate vicinity. That's what you see.
Okay. So looking around, I would look to the others and say, I think we're supposed to go that way, but we should be careful because there seems to be more armor.
I'm definitely going to respond with a very, obvious, and I'm sure everyone knows what I'm intending to communicate.
Does anybody else have speak with animals, or is a druid?
No.
No.
Can I speak in Sylvan?
No.
Oh no, I cannot speak in Sylvan.
Brown bears do not speak Sylvan. Brown bears speak brown bear.
What are you trying to say there, Shimo?
I'm gonna get my face down on the ground and start sniffing. Can I kind of ascertain anything from up ahead, possibly a good direction to the hill?
Peruvian. You can certainly roll a perception check to find out for yourself.
And it is with advantage because I'm doing smell.
Yeah, that's true.
23.
And we take the 23. Nicely done. So what you're smelling here, as you kind of sniff around, you kind of get closer to some of this animated armor, and being that you still have Shimo's intelligence with the nose of a brown bear, you're able to ascertain relatively quickly. These are all new smells. Holy Hannah, there's a lot of this really dank here. Okay, so if it's really dank here, then this metal must have been here for a really long time. Get closer to one of the metals. Ooh, it's rusting. That's definitely the smell of rust. Okay. Whatever happened here is really old.
Well, that doesn't help my direction sense. Can I just start marching in the southeast, south kind of direction?
You can start marching, and actually, if we're using the sense to fit your sense of smell to kind of figure out directionality, you would confirm what Dottie suggested. That's for something there has a lighter smell. It's not the swampiest, the most traversed smells, and you'll kind of start to kind of pinpoint. First of all, your parties now have a smell. All your party members have a smell, and beyond them, you can kind of tell that it's a little bit darker smelling to the northwest. So southeast feels good.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a pointer dog kind of thing and be like, "Roar."
What does the clock and the sparks mean?
The sparks in the clock were meant to mean, I think it was a bless, if I remember.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably gone by now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to get rid of those for you guys.
Do we, from our vantage point, do we see this well?
No, you don't see any well here right now.
Okay.
There it is.
I don't know what to do. I could maybe do a detect magic, so we could see the armor from a distance. But I don't know.
Sir Talavar, being in the cage, kind of whipped around a little bit by. I think Elred was the one that was carrying Elred, right? Carrying Sir Talavar, right? So-
I think he's probably on the ground at the moment we put him down, but Elred, I assume, would have picked him up by this point.
Okay, fair enough. And so Sir Talivar is gonna kind of grip around the outside cage rungs. And, pardon me. I'd rather not be on the ground. I've seen how the water level changes. Can I perhaps be strapped to somebody's back?
Yeah,
Maybe not
no,
yours.
not you. No.
Elred will come over and pick him up and try to strap him to his back.
What would have happened to him if you shape changed with him on your back? Would he just be disappear into you? What would happen? I'm asking
Well,
the bear. Realizing that he can't tell me anything.
Which I'm sure you can figure out that means, as a druid, you can meld things into your form, but you can also choose not to meld certain things.
I would like you to roll. Hang on, Scraggs. I want you to roll an insight check.
Am I good at insight? Oh, I'm actually not that bad. 19.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. So you totally get this. You totally get the sense that this brown bear is trying to impart some wisdom upon you. You have no idea what the wisdom is, but at least you don't think he's threatening.
The good thing about him being a brown bear is that he can't play the flute.
Can we maybe change him to a brown bear forever?
All right, I'm going to unmeld the flute from my body.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I can't do that anyways.
No, you can't.
I suppose I'd ask Sir Talivar, which way do we go to get you out of your cage? Do you know?
Well, Telemy Hill is where we were headed towards. And as I understand it, it should be somewhere where the pink-haired one was pointing. I'm sorry, what was your name again? I hate doing that to you.
Dottie.
Dottie, Sir Talivar. Of course, you know that already. However, Dottie had the right general idea. I don't see it, though.
All right.
Come on, guys. I'm just going to start going forward.
I'm going to go and try and lead the direction.
I think maybe me and Dottie should get on the bear.
I like that idea.
Yeah, speed up a little bit.
All right, so the two of you are welcomed onto the back of the bear while Sir Talivar is onto the back of Elred. And so basically it's just the two of you guys kind of, the bear and Elred kind of walking along for a little while. And let's go with, let's go see if there is anything along the way. Why don't you roll for me a one? No, you know what? We're gonna keep that same perception check. Keep it going. So, as you're kind of going along, Shimo, you're kind of sniffing out the way, leading the way. After about a half hour towards a hill that is now very obviously in your view through the mist, you start to pick up an interesting scent. A scent of sweet-smelling fruit.
I'm going to, I can't really declare anything, but I'm going to try and move. Does it feel like it's in the same direction we were already moving?
It is. It feels like it's almost confirming that this is the direction you're supposed to go, if you are not unnerved at all by sweet-smelling fruit.
I'm definitely unnerved by it, because we're in a swamp, and magic swamp, who knows what the sweet-smelling fruit could be. But, you know, I'm a bear. I love sweet-smelling fruit. I'm definitely going to head that direction.
All right. So you have now kind of pinpointed, and Dottie, you'll notice this right now. He was slightly off from the hill in his directionality at first. It didn't seem to bother you because you knew you were still going to get there anyway. But now he seems to have recorrected his course and is like lasered onto that hill. After about another 20-ish minutes, This is about the point in time when, Shimo, you're going to start to be concerned that if you don't get there soon, um, you're going to notice that that you are suddenly carrying two other people with a much smaller form. The side note to that is that as you've been going along, Elred and Shimo the bear, Shimo bear. What am I going to call it? Bear Shimo. Anyway, the two of you have been
Bearmo.
Bearmo. So Bearmo and Elred, you guys have noticed. I'm glad it's not Elmo. Have noticed that the water level has been steadily raising and lowering throughout these 50 minutes of travel. Um, but you're now approaching the base of this hill, and the hill seems almost like a completely different world from the rest of the swamp. There's this deep green moss that blankets the side of the hill. You do see towards the top of it, there's a bit of a craggy ridge that kind of expands beyond the moss. A few trees towards the bottom, willow trees to be precise. They seem to be swaying in the wind, but then you kind of lift your nose up in the air and there isn't a wind even. They just swaying.
So is the land we're specifically on at this moment dry?
It is much drier, yes, because it has been lifting up towards the hill after a fashion.
Right. I'm gonna kind of like lean down to signify it's time to get off. And I assume everyone hops off.
Okay.
Start digging my heels in. Come on, go, 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 go.
I'm gonna do like a rodeo bull.
No.
Dexterity saving throw for me, please, Scrags.
Oh, bloody hell. Bloody bear. I'm not good at those.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I don't think it really matters. We're gonna have some fun. Yeah, okay. So you kick up your back, your hindquarters, Bearmo, and Scrags doesn't fly off. Scrags manages to kind of grip a little bit of hair, which doesn't really bother you. You've got a really good, solid, thick coat of fur, but grips the hair in just a way to kind of prevent themselves from flying off. But they do kind of flop to your side, and like your feet are touching the ground, but you didn't get pummeled into the ground by any stretch. But you also weren't thrown all the way. You were able to kind of keep yourself kind of smack against the side of the bear, but that's pretty much it.
All right. And then I'm going to change back to Shimo form.
All right, and we are back to Shimo form. Let's pull you, Shimo, back out onto the map. And bear form is gone. You guys are all not actually there anymore. Oops. You are all now a little bit closer to here-ish. There we go. Now we're talking.
I assume I'll fall into the water. Is there water?
There isn't water here. It's
Oh.
pretty solid. It's still squelchy in the swamp area, but it is not deep water. It is kind
Okay.
of lifted up a little bit towards the hill.
I suppose I'll just fall onto the ground.
And as I'm going to retract my hair and kind of like rip my limbs back into a wood elf form, and ta-da! You've got a Shimo. And
You
that's
guys-
exactly what I'm gonna say.
And you guys actually marvel a
To a
little.
bear.
You actually marvel at how the fur seems to manage to switch seamlessly into the clothing and materials that Shimo was originally carrying.
Well, it was an excellent time carrying you all, but I only had minutes left, and I prefer not to be pummeled into the ground by my compatriots.
Oh, we're not that heavy. It wouldn't be that bad.
Well,
Speak for
technically,
yourself.
technically speaking, I could still carry one of you on my back, but I can no longer contain both. Any takers?
I think maybe Dottie. She'll get her little crown. dirty, maybe.
Oh, you're right.
I don't care about getting dirty, but my legs are pretty short, so that might slow us down.
I just saw it. I got to change where everything is on my screen, but I just saw Dak. Dak's got a different idea for you if you're interested, Shimo. It would be called Elfmo.
Elfmo. We've got Elfmo and Bearmo.
I don't know. As you guys, are you guys walking up this hill? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hike Dottie onto my back and then
Charge!
gavort up.
So you guys actually only take a few steps on, and fairly quickly you seem to feel as though two of these willow trees, get a little bit closer to you. They're actually moving in your general direction.
Walking on legs, or
As
are they
they-
just like moving along the ground, like sliding,
Roll perception. check.
gliding? I don't like fighting trees. I'm not good at perception either. Yeah.
That's pretty good. If you're looking really, as you kind of see them kind of close in a little bit on the direction that you guys are going, Scrags, being slightly closer to the ground sometimes helps in that you can actually see the roots seem to be kind of pulling up and pushing into the ground and pulling the trees a little bit closer to you. And just as you're realizing, just as you're noticing that, you hear this very low rumbling voice, much along the lines saying,
Greetings, Your Majesty. How long do you plan to stay?
Oh. The trees are talking. That's totally normal.
Is that to me?
what you heard was towards someone in your group.
Ah. Turns out I'm royalty all this time. She-Mouse.
Scrags, I believe they're referring to Dottie, Queen of Witchlight.
They have now fully interposed you, by the way.
Talking trees. I got this.
Well, being a mighty steed, I feel I might not. But we could use some help finding Jingle Jangle.
Yes, Jingle Jangle. And do you know how long or what you are requiring of Jingle Jangle?
Well, the length is dependent on if Jingle Jangle has a way to open this cage.
I am certain that she does. And this is the tree.
This is the tree that's on the left.
I'm certain that she does. She has many trinkets that tend to make a bit of sound.
I'll whisper to Shimo. Maybe we should let the Royal Highness over here lead the way. I mean, if she's the queen, we're the bodyguards, I mean.
I'm a royal steed, thank you very much. I'm at least one rank over bodyguard.
Follow
Screw
behind
you.
my loyal servants.
Screw
And then
you
she kind
too.
of she sticks her tongue out at the rest of the group.
Point the
Well-
way, and we shall go.
Certainly. And
One of the trees kind of has a branch kind of gesture up. The other tree branch gestures up. It's not directly up the hill, but it's a kind of a roundabout. And what you actually notice a little bit further on, all the other willow trees, it's not just these two. There's a whole bunch of willow trees around here that can move around, and they all seem to kind of part a little bit for you, so that it's not a wide, clear path, but there's definitely a direction that the trees are almost like they're growing in a direction that tells you which way to go.
Awesome. So I'm going to say in Sylvan, trying to imitate my best tree voice. Thank you.
most assuredly our pleasure.
All right, and I suppose I will trot along. This way, Your Majesty.
So
Dottie's enjoying this way too much.
the and the trees part, and you start making your way up this this hill. Not really much of a mountain. It's going to crag at the top, and as you get to the place where the moss is no longer carpeting the ground, and you can see a little bit more rock peeking through, you kind of test your feet. Oh, solid ground. I forgot what that felt like. And as you get a little bit further up, you get to near to the top where there's where you suddenly see a series of stone steps. Kind of starts to lead you towards this hole in the side of the mountain, side of the hill.
Does it look like a hobbit hole with like a door?
It's not so much so. It's like more along the lines of just an open thing that has an open entrance that it seems to have a shape of a very traditional keyhole.
Ooh, a keyhole. I have dark vision. Can I like see into it?
What you do see is that there, as you kind of step down into it towards this whole this keyhole entrance, that the steps continue into the entrance, and beyond it's the gaping part of it.
Okay. Your Majesty, it would be rude of us to ride a steed into someone's home.
True. Yeah. I'll jump down.
This is Toddy just like love it. Okay. So you guys step in?
Yep. I'll lead. I'll lead just ahead of Dottie for protection.
Sure. Okay, so you guys kind of step into the keyhole. It's dark in here. Dottie, do you have dark vision, Dottie?
Let me check. I'm a halfling. I can't remember. I've never
I don't
been
think
a
you do.
halfling before.
No,
Probably
you don't.
not.
I think you don't. So, as you guys kind of step down a little bit further in, you see that the stone steps kind of continue down into a little bit of a chillier space. Certainly much cooler than it was outside. And the stone steps go down into what feels like a cellar. You smell in the air, and because Shimo, you're now trying to take stock of all the smells that you have as an elf, and already missed the ability for a bear to perceive, but you do smell iron in the air. You get to the bottom where there's where the cellar chamber opens up, and you can see across the way there is a cauldron. Sorry, not a cauldron. A couple of candles that are illuminating. Keys everywhere. There's keys on the wall, on every single wall, and are near going up to the roof, down to the bottom as well. They're just crisscrossing, and there's some strewn out across the floor and onto a table that's in the corner as well. And as you're kind of observing the candlelight glint off of all of these keys, a jingling emerges from the darkness in the corner. One of the walls that you could have sworn was actually wall seems to pull away from the wall and form into a goblinoid creature, a small goblin. No hair, pale skin, covered in keys all over her garments, and looks to you and says,
Yes, I am Jingle Jangle. How might Jingle Jangle help you this fine day?
Hi. So we have a friend here who is currently trapped in a cage, and we were wondering if you could help us get him out.
Jingle Jangle would look. And
steps towards, and Elbred kind of twists around to allow this goblin to have a better peek at the cage.
I
Kind of pokes a little bit at the lock, and
I might Jingle Jangle might have a few options. Wait here. And
Just kind of starts murmuring as she goes around the room, kind of inspecting the keys. Every once in a while, kind of looks at one that's on her vestments as well, and then carrying on throughout this, manages to come across a silver key that she pulls off the wall.
Jingle Jangle thinks this one might do the trick.
Hands it over to Dottie.
Okay. I'll
And just
give
as
it a
a
try.
as Jingle Jangle comes up to you, Dottie, you do notice that Jingle Jangle is sporting a few bruises and scrapes.
I won't say anything, but I'll take note of that.
Okay.
Then I'll try to unlock Sir Talavar.
And you are able to do so with some comfort. It goes straight in, unlocks. You're surprised that this goblin was able to find, out of the probably thousands of keys that line these walls and her clothes, that she was able to find the one that was able to get Sir Talavar's cage unlocked. And
That's a
as
really
it unlocks,
impressive skill.
and as it unlocks, there seems to be this little shimmer that just kind of dissipates as you open up the door. And Sir Talavar, sitting in the corner of the case, reaches out the door. His very tiny gauntleted claw, can actually exits the door. He's like, "Ah, yes," and just immediately crawls out on top of the cage, opens up his wings, and just, all the way down his body. Not a large creature, mind you, but you could definitely see all this transpiring.
That's quite a skill you have, Jingle Jangle. How do you tell which key's which out of all of these?
When a person stays amongst keys as long as Jingle Jangle does, you get used to seeing the things that are necessary to identify them.
That's really fascinating. And we appreciate your expertise and your help.
I do have to ask a question.
Of course.
How do you know about me? How do you know about Jingle Jangle?
Sir Talavar's going to speak up. Your colorful sound is well known in Prismere.
I see. Maybe that's why. Are you... Yeah, I should have asked. Although you are in Prismere, so maybe you don't know this. What will you provide in exchange?
Oh, of course. We have
Eggs. We got eggs.
No, we ate those.
I still have some eggs.
Oh, okay.
I can give you a lovely egg.
So, Jingle Jangle steps a little bit closer to you, Scrags, and looks a little bit more carefully at you and says,
In
Goblin.
How tasty are they?
Why are you talking to me like that? I don't know what you're saying. They're very tasty. I'd reply back in Goblin.
Roll a
Delicious.
persuasion check.
I'm not good at this either.
Oh, apparently you
Okay.
are.
Apparently I was. I'm
Okay.
doing well with the proficient ones.
Yeah,
so-
these are nice rolls today. So you kind of look to Jingle Jangle, who kind of gives you this strange eyebrow raised look.
Gob, what's your name?
Wait, my name's Scrags.
Jingle Jangle is pleased to meet you.
Scrags is
supposed
pleased
to-
to meet you.
Am I supposed to protect that you know, Goblin?
Meanwhile, you guys
no,
are watching this little chitter chatter between the two of these guys. No, like you
Well,
totally
does
can
anyone
see this.
speak Goblin?
I do not.
I know a little goblin, you know, and I know a little goblin, but shh, keep it quiet, okay?
Oh, Dottie, don't you hate it when you don't know the language?
And back in common,
Jingle Jangle apologizes. Jingle Jangle thought Scraggs was something different. Jingle Jangle would like to look at one of these eggs.
Yeah, I'll take out. I just want to make sure I had 3 eggs. So, did we each? How many eggs did we have in total before?
I wrote that down. I was smart enough to do
I
that.
had 3. I think Dottie had 1.
Elred had
Um,
2.
Yes.
So yeah, we wouldn't have used all the eggs. No.
That's
yeah.
true. What is
So
it?
I
Yeah.
will take out. I still have 3 here. I haven't taken out any for them being eaten. So I don't know how many I'll have left if we did eat some.
Okay.
So
I
will show
How
an
many are you
egg.
going to show? 1 egg. Okay, good.
I'm going to show the 3 that I have. They're all
Actually,
different colors.
I didn't eat eggs because Sir Talavar wanted good berries, so I ate
Yeah.
good berries.
That's
In
right.
fact,
you did.
I think everyone had a good berry.
Yeah, I don't think we had the eggs. I think we had the good berries, or else I would have eaten a
absolutely right.
ration.
That's
We
absolutely
had fried
right.
snake too.
That's true. Good berries and fried snake.
Yes. So I'll show the 3 eggs that I have. Yeah.
3. 3 would be appropriate. Jingle Jangle
3?
figures.
I thought maybe 1. 3's a lot. Come on.
Would Scraggs have the ability to find that key on Scraggs' own?
She has a point.
Stay out of this, you.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And yes, 3 would be fine.
Wait.
Oh,
I
there's
have
ones on her
something
direction?
else. I'll have something else with me as well. How about 2 eggs and some of these special magical coins?
Which coins are we talking about?
I'll take out a silver piece. I have 1 silver piece. And some
that-
gold. I'll take out a silver piece.
Apologies. Jingle Jangle has no use for that. Jingle Jangle has all of the metallic things that Jingle Jangle needs.
Cut my own throat here. Come on, work with me. Shimo, you got any good berry thingies?
No. I can now commune with animals?
But what does that
How
do
is that
for
true?
us?
the
Huh?
DM is like, what? Okay.
Suddenly
Are you
after
trying to hurt me?
suddenly after a long night of rest, it seems I can't do good berries, but I can speak with animals.
What if I was to give you something else? I would just want to keep 1 egg. What could I give you instead?
Truffles.
Oh, we do have a way to find truffles.
I'm not turning
remember
into a
reading.
bear for truffles.
No. You have turned into a pig. Pigs are really good at finding truffles.
Well, that's not what I
Here.
mean.
I'll hand over my egg.
Oh.
Here's another one.
So that's 3 eggs total. Like you gave, she's already got 2, and then Dottie's egg. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scraggs wants to become a mother. He wants to hatch this egg.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, thank you. Yes, 3 eggs will do. Uh, and, uh,
Just kind of places them on over on a countertop, and just looks maybe not as pleased as you would expect they would look.
Oh, did I insult you?
no. Jingle Jangle understands that this is a fair trade. I was hoping for a different trade, perhaps.
What were you thinking?
Truffles. I mean,
Truffles.
Jingle Jangle looks for truffles regularly, but and usually has no problems. But Jingle Jangle's last truffles were taken from Jingle Jangle.
Ah, so if we was to get you your truffles back, you'd give us something in return.
I would not take the eggs. Jingle Jangle would not take the eggs.
Ah, well, all right. And Jingle Jangle, do you have any magical keys, or are they all just normal keys? Let's say you do have a mysterious key
Uh,
to something opening up a treasure.
Jingle Jangle has so many keys without seeing the lock that the key would open. Jingle Jangle can't tell for sure.
Okay. Well, what if we was to get you back your truffles? You'd swap. You give us back the eggs.
Jingle Jangle would not have need for eggs if Jingle Jangle has truffles.
And do you have anything else that you can trade? Magic items, woman. Magic items. You got any of those?
No.
Uh,
Uh,
I think
Most-
she's trying to trade truffles
Yeah.
for the service that she gave, unlocking
yeah,
our friend.
I think so. Yeah. Well,
I think it's an excellent deal.
yeah. Who took them?
oh, Jingle Jangle was attacked.
No.
Digging for truffles in this swamp. Jingle Jangle does truffles really well. But Jingle Jangle was attacked when digging for truffles in the swamp. And it was a bunch of herringons that leapt out from behind the shrubs nearby, and they took Jingle Jangle's truffles. They threw Jingle Jangle down in the mud, and they kicked Jingle Jangle.
Oh no. Is that what the cuts and bruises are from?
This one, and she can.
She kind of lifts up a little bit in between some of the keys, and you can see a bruise in her hip. She kind of points to the ones around her face.
These ones were wooden clubs.
We cannot stand for such behavior. I would be happy to help.
Now,
I
wait.
as well.
One question. What's a herringon and how big are they? What do they look like? I don't know. Not from me.
They're a little bit taller than me. They have really long ears, little fluff tails, and they can move fast. If you get them to smile, you can see their front teeth are really big, like a beaver.
I could lay the smack down on some beaver rabbits.
I don't know. Beavers are pretty deadly. They can gnaw at you.
You'll
and they
be
can
happy
build
to.
dams. That's a force to be reckoned with.
You'll be happy to know I can turn into a squirrel and battle them with my teeth.
Where are these herringon that you speak of? These dastardly herringons.
Oh, they are likely back at the tollway by now. They don't dare come on Telemy Hill. I'm safe. Jingle Jangle's safe here. The
How
trees
far
like
away is
Jingle
this
Jangle.
place? How far away is this place?
Jingle Jangle doesn't know. Jingle Jangle's home moves a lot.
Ah. Do you know the direction? Can you point us in a way?
Uh,
Follow Jingle Jangle.
And she steps up the stair, kind of steps towards up the stairs and goes outside. Because of course you're inside, so if she were to point, she wouldn't be able to show you. Gets out to the outside of the top of the hill, not quite to the top, and just kind of gestures. You guys can see from the top of this hill, slanty tower, off in the distance. Every once in a while, you see the causeway that you guys first appeared in Prismeer on. It kind of peeks through the mist, and also a little bit further north, you see what looks to be a large tree stump, but in order for you to be able to see it from the distance that you are, it has to be massive. It has to be like home tree from Avatar massive, but a stump nonetheless.
That one, the in that area over there, it's close to downfall. So, and it's called the Brigand's Tollway for a reason. So watch your coin purse.
Brigand's Tollway. All right.
Those hairy guns won't get my coin purse.
Oh, I've got. I think I have a sandwich back here we can give them, and I rustle through my backpack and pull out my fist, and it's knuckle sandwich.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be more of a claw sandwich when you're a bear? Bears don't have knuckles.
Can bears eat sandwiches?
Bears can eat just about anything you can put inside them.
Anything you say? Interesting.
I
Sounds
do have
like
to
a
turn
game.
back and I do have to turn back into elf eventually, and I'd rather not have garbage in my stomach.
You said anything.
We'll make you a garbage sandwich.
Sounds like a challenge.
You
Let's
are an
just
odd
waste
group,
my
aren't you?
last.
Can I take
Yeah,
one
we're
of my?
pretty weird.
Can I take one of my tickets from my my circus tickets and I'll hand it to Elrin? I'll hand it to Shimo saying, I'd like to buy one of their challenges to make you eat anything. Do you want the ticket?
Elred steps
Well-
forward. I've got one too.
Everyone's
You
putting their
want-
tickets in. Let's just waste my final wild shape for the day on eating garbage.
And Sir Talavar's going to speak. I don't think that's wise. I think this is a competition to be challenged when you know you're in safety.
Now, didn't we have a little agreement, mister? Whatever you are. I believe there was an item. that
So,
we
Sir
were-
Talavar? Is that who you're saying it to?
Yeah.
The agreement was that you would free me?
You are no longer in a cage. Can I just touch it? Come on, give it to me, come on.
Sir Talavar looks to you and just grins. It was indeed the arrangement. And I am going to be quite happy to relieve myself of this to you, as I need to fly very quickly back to the summer court. And he just gestures this blade back over to you, and it is a dagger in your hands.
It's a dagger.
Yeah.
You can't
That's
make it
small.
like really big for the big guy over here. And I'll point to Alred.
Not without magic.
Okay.
And before
And
we
it's
just
already
start,
magically imbued as it is.
before we just start stabbing away with it, what is this magic that it does?
Oh, it's simply a magic that it provides it with a bit of additional strength.
Oh, that's very lovely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Why don't we
Seems-
prick Elrid on the finger, see how much extra strength it has?
Sounds like a plan.
Hang on. I have to check something out. You're gonna do that to me, then I gotta make and I gotta play his character. Then I gotta make sure I'm following what he would actually do. So just bear with me.
I think he'd allow us cut his tail off. I'm pretty sure he'd say, "Yeah, go ahead, work away."
I also
Dottie, what
think
do you
he
think?
Yeah.
he might threaten to kill Scrags, but that's just a hunch.
That's just an
Yeah,
idle
that's good.
threat. He wouldn't. He wants to. He wants to. He doesn't need a tail.
Elred looks forward to you and says, I'm keeping my tail. But yes, here's my finger.
Oh.
I can't believe you made him agree to that. That's crazy. This is
Wait.
fun.
It's his ideal. Sorry, it's his flaw. His flaw says, despite my oath, I still find it hard to refuse a challenge. This was the challenge.
Am I chopping off? Am I pricking? What are we doing?
What if it's just like a pull your finger challenge and not?
I don't know how you would pull with a dagger, but no, we do need to see what it does. And my finger, please keep it attached, but give it some damage.
I'll start checking his finger.
Okay, I'm just gonna give this to you because he's letting it happen. He's gonna he's gonna take only 1 point of damage.
I can't believe I'm killing my own team.
But here's what actually happens when you 'cause you're not really sure that you actually want to do this. Even when the dagger just barely touches his finger, you can immediately see that it's created a gash, and it gives you the sense that this is probably a +1 dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a +1 dagger.
Because that is regular terminology in Prismir.
Yes, +1 to the arbitrary numbers we throw out against things.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, I am a very, very what's the word I'm looking for? I'm a type of guy that loves hoarding stuff, and I'll screw everyone over to get something magical. But does anyone want this dagger?
I know what you mean.
I have daggers, so I'm good.
I know I can use darts. Can I use daggers?
You can.
Okay.
Hang
I
on.
can hold on.
Hang on. You have proficiency in darts. You should also have proficiency in daggers, I would think. Am I wrong about that?
They might not be monk weapons.
Do I have
right.
druid? Would my druid proficiency make them monk weapons?
No, you started with monk,
No.
so you didn't get those. You don't get those new. However,
okay.
Elred would speak up and say something along the lines of that he doesn't have a dagger, and he's the one who took the damage, so he would be quite happy to have earned it.
Crap.
I am actually proficient in all simple weapons.
Oh, okay, then you would be able to take it too.
A nice throwing weapon would be
Don't
sufficient.
throw it away, crazy monk.
I'll go pick it up.
Why don't
No,
you keep
you
it, Scrags?
throw it away. I would like to, but I don't want to be her.
This one's yours. What do you say, Eshimo?
If it's Elrid's, it's Elrid's. I will not object to that.
I mean, Elrid's got a nice, pretty sword. I'm sure that's magical. It's not, but all right. How about I'll hold on to it at the moment, and if we need something for Elrid, I'll give it to him. But I'll just leave it here at my side. Is that okay?
I'm going to get you to roll persuasion check.
I think that's fair. Yeah, persuasion.
We'll make this fair as fair as possible.
Crap. Okay.
Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Nope. He's convinced.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
The dice hath spake. He's convinced.
I mean, I could use it because the only weapons that I actually can use are daggers. That's literally the only thing I can use.
Wait, why
Well,
are you
then-
trying to give it away then?
Because I didn't want to be an asshole. I mean, a terrible person. You can edit
Oh,
that out.
Scrags, you're always the best person in my heart.
Oh, Shimo. I look up into your eyes. You look into the darkness of my cowl. Oh, Shimo.
My eyes water a little bit.
Sir Talifar kind of speaks up
This
and
is getting
stretches
weird.
out his strings and says, I think it's best I take my leave at this point. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I will go inform the Summer Queen. This is not as it should be. Be careful.
You too, mate. Good luck.
And Sir Talifar flies off.
Right, let's get these bloody truffle-y things.
That is the agreement. Then you vow to bring justice and bring me my troubles.
That's what
That was
we're
a
gonna
strong word.
I'll
Let's-
try our best.
Yeah.
Well, then I want your eggs.
As collateral?
No, if you can't make a vow, it can't be trusted. This is what happens here. If it's not an exchange that is immediate, it's a vow.
Well, if we die, I make no promises.
Seems fair. It's a vow
We'll
of living.
try.
It's a vow of the living.
Is it
Try
a
to
vow,
get your truffles
Scrags?
back. Look, I don't mind helping out a goblin. I mean, God knows, I've eaten my fair share of goblins. Haven't you?
Can I?
I don't
What do you...
eat
Hang on,
meat.
Dottie. What were you going to say?
I might be a little too skeptical. Can
Skeptical?
I read? This is verbal though. I have a spell I can use, but I would have to be sneaky about it.
You can certainly try it if you want.
Can I kind of take a step back, almost acting like I'm doing something else, and take out a copper piece and try to read Jingle Jingle's thoughts?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will let that happen. While
Okay.
you're doing that,
Do
because
you want
yeah,
me to wild search roll?
you don't. Let's see how this plays out here first. I need Scrags to roll an intimidation check first, though.
Intimidation, I like it. This, I'm not good at either. Okay. Ooh.
Could have been worse.
I could.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it could have been worse by two.
what's the spell that you are doing, Dottie?
Detect thoughts at second level.
Ooh, it's second level, no less. All right.
You got to get yourself in trouble with Scrags.
Detect thoughts. Let's see here. So detect thoughts. You. Is there a saving throw that we have to do this, or does it just happen?
So it just happens unless I probe deeper into their thoughts.
Okay. And so what you're going to get, surface thoughts, doesn't necessarily come with a lot of, unless they're really strongly feeling something or thinking specific words, you're not necessarily going to get what those words are. With detect thoughts, you will definitely get emotions, and you will definitely get immediate impressions. So the immediate impression, based off of what Scrags just said, is something is disgust, confusion, and reluctance. You do hear some words, but they are not in a language you know.
Okay. Just for giggles, I'm gonna probe deeper.
All right. Then let's do a wisdom save for Jingle Jangle. I wonder if Jingle Jangle has a special sheet. Let's go find out. Those are all my regular NPCs. Here's my named ones. Jingle Jangle. Yeah, we're gonna make somebody else roll this though. So let's get the chat. Chat, you've done only a couple of rolls for me, and it's not an 8 actually. I want something different. It is a 20 that I'm gonna ask you guys to roll out for me. So here we go. Let's do this. Roll call. Oh, and there. Roll call. Here we go. That's it there. Let's find out what Jingle Jangle likes. Or how Jingle Jangle does on this.
Was that a surge dice you threw out there, Dottie?
Yes.
Is 20 good or bad on a surge dice?
So you only surge if you roll in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how marvelous. Dak rolled for you, and he rolled a natural 1. I'm going to have to make videos for natural 1s, I think. Anyway, so Jingle Jangle doesn't even seem to be aware that you're in her head. And probing deeper, just checking out the text of the spell, if it succeeds, okay, I see. What is most on its mind at the moment? As an action, you can either shift your attention to another feature or probe deeper. If you probe deeper, they must do a saving throw. If it fails, it did, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. Gotcha.
Truffles.
So currently, what looms large in its mind is a sense of fear of these Harengon and that they're going to come back. You also get a sense of marginal disgust at what Scrag said in particular. Kind of like what you would expect if the last time you felt that same way that they're feeling was when somebody suggested something somewhat cannibalistic. And but it tries to push it away, and you get the sense that she is also trying to be deceptive, but hates the feeling of being deceptive, and currently also has a large sense of failure, just this general overwhelming sense of failure.
Oh.
Well, now that you've said all that, did you intentionally have your voice modulator on for that entire
Nope.
speech?
It really added to it.
Oh, I'm glad.
And then I don't know if this is allowed or not, but I can move the detect thoughts while I'm concentrating on it up to a minute. Can I move it to one of the party members?
You can certainly try.
Okay, I won't probe deep. This is just their surface thoughts, but I'm curious about Scrags.
There is 12 seconds of time that have passed, and during this point in time, you will definitely, this is why I had the voice mod on in the first place, you will definitely have some response while you're doing this come from Jingle Jangles.
If you vow as living to do your best, that is all that I ask in exchange for letting that pink thing fly away.
Excellent. I believe we can do that.
Okay, who are you moving it to?
Scrags.
I wanted you to move it to me and hear carnival music.
All right, so Scrags, to be clear, this is going to be on your character to decide how far. Now, this is just surface level thoughts. So if Scrags thinks in Goblin and not in Common, then Dottie's not going to get any language. However, emotions. What are some of the emotions that Scrags would be feeling right about now?
You are muted, however.
Scrags is going to be feeling a little bit fearful. And he's going to be feeling happy that he has a dagger. And he's going to be feeling happy that he can maybe defend himself in a fight.
Okay.
There's a little bit of fear there that he'll be found out.
Nice. And then just for funsies, I'll move at the Shimo just so I can hear the carnival music tuning into the radio.
Do 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 do.
What are the emotions that Shimo's? Does Shimo have no emotions going on whatsoever right now?
It's almost entirely apathy.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm assuming if you move it to Elrad, it's just you get this picture of like a hamster in a wheel just slowly pedaling, the wheel. And Elrad's just kind of standing there waiting for the next neuron to flare. Like, what's he going to do?
That's
Totally.
amazing.
So, in
Shimo,
response...
you just see Dottie, like, staring at you super weirdly.
And yeah, you would see that too with the passive perception that you've got. Dottie, just as a point of clarification for that wild surge, I did not celebrate the nat 20 that was. So here it comes. Yay. Nat 20s are always fun. I love nat 20s. Yeah. I also love nat 1s for other reasons.
But don't forget, you can always roll. If she uses her Tides of Chaos, you can always roll whenever she casts a spell.
I know.
Triggers. I want to see more wild magic. Wild magic.
Don't worry, you're living.
Fireball centered on her. Fireball centered on her.
So here we go. This is
Secretly,
Jingle
I
Jangle. Secretly, I do too, but I got to take it one step at a time.
So then, if that's the case, I need to go clean up my room. I'll be here.
Okay. Let's go.
Excellent. We will return.
And
that was the best use of a second level spell slot ever.
Very
Does
nice.
anyone object to me leading the way? I don't want someone else to get injured, and I can perceive quite well.
Sure thing. Go for it.
I
lead
question
some
is,
interesting stuff, eh?
Is Dottie going to tell us anything that she detected from Jingle Jangles?
You don't even know that she did it.
Yeah, I know. What is she going to?
I can't keep secrets though, so. Shimo, nice carnival music in your head.
Carnival music? What do you mean?
I think you know what I mean.
I don't know why I know what you mean.
No matter at all. It was really pleasant.
All right then. And as we
You
go,
should
I'm
sing
going
more
to
and play flute less.
As we go, I'll play on my flute.
All right. So as you guys start to descend down this hill, and back out into the mossy ground where there's willow trees kind of going through, a branch comes out and whips at Shimo's flute-carrying hand as he's playing.
My apologies, Your Majesty. We need that to stop.
Understandably so.
And then they part the way to allow you guys down the rest of the hill.
It's better not to draw more attention anyways.
Yeah, that's why they stopped you.
So, as you guys step back down, it's been about. You guys weren't up here for a long time, but it's been long enough that the water level has lifted again, and is now getting closer to about 3 feet deep.
Uh-oh.
Well, Your Majesty, might I help you through this swamp?
Absolutely.
And
Just don't dunk me in it, please.
I would never do such a thing. And I kneel down.
All right. I'll trust you.
And I would also have to dunk myself for that, so I'm definitely not going for the dunk.
Okay, I'll use that as reassurance.
All right.
Okay. And Scrags, why don't you climb on Elrid?
Why me?
All right.
All right. Hop on.
Good. I always wanted to ride a dragon. Wait, no, come on.
What type of ride?
Come on. Why did you
That was totally me. That was not you this time. That was totally
yes.
I totally took that one the wrong way. It is early in the morning still, and my
How
brain is
could
still
you
on
make
dark
that
mode.
the wrong way? I mean,
I could come up with anything. Trust me. I teach at a Catholic school. Anyway, the so you guys step out. I'm gonna get Shimo to roll for me a perception check, and I'll go. Let's say with advantage because you're gonna have Elred's eyes helping you out with this.
Excellent. Perception. 20.
Nice. Okay, so as you guys start stepping through it back out into the water, it kind of gets pretty deep up into your waist. You start wading through about 10 minutes wading through this very difficult terrain pass, and you can start to notice that it's no longer as high up on your legs or waist as it first was when you started to it seems to be kind of receding a bit. And then about another 10 minutes pass, and it's starting to raise up again. But now you're actually able to hear, off in the distance, a little bit of a ways away, a large whooshing sound, like almost like waves crashing against the shoreline, but never, not in waves. It's just this constant whoosh that you're hearing.
Dottie, would you like to check out the source of this water? Maybe we can stop it from being so erratic in some way?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That way I can actually walk for myself.
And I'll start heading towards the sound.
Well, and what happens, Dottie, as you're kind of trying to figure out the source, is you end up moving towards the same location.
Well, Dottie's on my back, so I don't think
Okay.
Dottie has an option of
Oh, okay,
not
fair.
moving towards the same location.
Fair enough. So, as you guys get closer and closer to the sound, breaking through the mist, you're starting to feel a lot more heavy droplet moisture kind of collect on your eyebrows and in your hair and on the ends of your nose. Kind of have to wipe it off every once in a while until you break through the mist and actually see a geyser spewing out of a well.
Well,
Geyser or a
well.
geyser?
It's a well, but it's spewing out like a geyser.
Go on, do your one line again. Go on.
Well.
There we go.
Well.
It's an owl geyser.
Scrags and Shimo, you are also going to notice at the top of this geyser, and it's constant. It is not stopping, but at the top of this geyser, there are something shiny, just kind of bouncing on the top up there, and a couple
Shinies.
of glowing lights above each of these little shiny things.
Could I tell anything what they are? Arcana, maybe? Magical?
You could go for a
Shiny
perception check
things?
to see if you could get some more definition. That was just off your basic passive perception.
Oh, I like shinies. Yeah.
Well, we have the chat tell us what the shinies are.
Oh.
Let's have that. Chat, you're going to help me figure out what the shinies are. Let's do this.
We could place Scrags in the well and launch Scrags to the shinies.
Potentially.
Well, knowing Elred, he'd just throw me straight there. I mean, without even asking. He'd just go, there you go. Shinies are yours now.
So with a 13 perception, It's difficult to tell what they are from where you are right now. They are like this geyser is spewing out up into the air, dozens of
Does it
feet.
look like hot water?
It looks like swamp water.
Or someone? Dottie, do you see those shinies? Do you like shinies over there?
You'd have to roll perception check too, Dottie, to figure out what they are.
I'm bad at perception, so we'll see how this goes. Nope.
You're not sure what you do see is not shinies. You see glowies. You see a couple of
Glowies?
little orbs kind of glowing at the top.
It's not a shiny, it's more of a glowy.
No, it's a shiny. What are you
What's a
talking about?
glowy?
Crazy woman.
I will
Crazy
also look
majesty.
up, since we're all rolling perception checks here.
2 is all I can do. Otherwise, I run
Aw.
out of opportunities, right? So the
How do we
I
get
will
the
give you-
shinies?
Can I do
Shimo,
no,
with
I
your-
can't. Never mind.
Shima, with your passive perception, what I will do though is say that you can actually see both shinies and glowies above them.
You are both wrong and correct. There's shinies and glowies.
Alright. How do we get the shinies? How do we get them? Come on, I want them. I want them.
I could place you into the geyser, and it will launch you to the shinies and the glowies. And then I'll catch you on your way back down.
Promise.
You have my vow to try.
I don't know if I trust your word to try. Alright, do it. Let's do it. I want the shinies.
All right.
I'm going
So?
to help Scrags up to the launching.
Such a bad
And it's just
idea.
like there's this wall of water that is just spewing out in front of your face.
Let's
And
go.
You guys are
I'll
starting
put
to
on
notice
my
that
swimming cap.
that water level is getting a little bit higher. So Elred and Shimo put Scrags out onto the edge of this well, and Elred says, "All right, hold on," and just pushes you right into the wall of water, and up you go. I'm gonna get you to roll for me an acrobatics check.
Ah, right. I'm not really good at them.
Come on, you can do this.
Oh, God. Oh, my
Alright.
God.
So you get launched easily 20 feet in the air, but it's not straight up. It's more like you're pushed into the water and then it's kind of pushed out of the stream of water. So you kind of get up in the air and you see the trinkets as you get a little bit closer to the top. You know, like as you fall back down, he's falling. Scrags is falling 20 feet down. What's going to happen?
I run for it.
Hang on. You're like running. Are you running to catch him or running away?
Running to catch him. I can
okay.
do 35 feet in 6 seconds, so...
All right. So then you're going to go for me. Let's go with both of you guys do a dexterity save. Dexterity save for Scrags and athletics check for Shimo.
17.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Scrags, like a cat in the middle of the air, you realize this is not going to happen. So you do the whole spinal twist thing that allows you to get your feet underneath you and your hands underneath you, and you see Shimo ready to, wide receiver catch you, and just kind of grab your hand, let yourself kind of get grasped by him easily as you fall, and no damage.
Okay, I'm going back in. I'm getting a shiny. I'm going back.
We're doing it again.
I don't care if I take damage. I'm getting a shiny. So I'll ask Elred to push me with less force, so I don't go in as far. And what I'm going to do is let's see. Do I have any equipment that could be useful? I will try to use. It may not work, but I'll try to use a bedroll or a blanket. I'll use a blanket to try and throw it onto the shinies, or at least some way to hook it over the shinies, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, like
Clever.
a net.
All right. Okay, cool. So then You guys all turn back towards the well, and you can now. I'm Shima. I'm gonna say because you're the one who could see the glowies the best, they're not there anymore. The glowy parts aren't there anymore. Only the shiny things are still there.
Okay.
So you scared away the glowies.
We'll do this one more time. Let's see what we could do. They get you up onto the edge of the well.
I'm giving myself some guidance before I go in.
Very wise.
I assume you'd allow the guidance.
Absolutely, I would, because you know that this is
All
coming.
right. All right. I should have done that in the first place, but I forgot that I was a redacted. So it's a acrobatics.
All right, yeah, it's an acrobatics check. So Elred gives you a shove.
Oh,
You're back in again. Are you going? Yeah,
21.
nice. 21. All right, so, and just for interest sake, the reason why all this stuff is happening is because of a roll that I asked Dak to do earlier on. It was a D8 that I asked him to do, and this was what this encounters because of Dak's roll, just to be clear about that. Anyway, so as you get in, you kind of have your blanket kind of crumpled up, ready to launch it out, and you're up. You go straight up the middle, and you get to the top, and you release the blanket, and just underneath all of the trinkets, so that the blanket actually gets underneath all of them, and kind of pull it back in your upwards momentum. You're now falling 30 feet because you went straight up. But you're falling with a blanket full of stuff and a 21. I'm going to say you're probably going to be able to get it all off the top of that. That geyser. However,
Awesome.
You're falling.
I've run for Scrags.
Athletics and dexterity save.
23.
You
I
have
did say
no
that I
problem
wasn't
getting underneath them.
very good at this, yeah?
This is going to be with disadvantage, though. I need you to roll again because it's with disadvantage because you've also got a blanket full of trinkets in your hand. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So this time it's like he's, instead of falling arms outspread, kind of slowing his descent and with his body in his cloak. Scrags is coming straight down headfirst.
I'm falling like a stone.
Yes, like a stone. And so, but because you haven't had such a great athletics roll, I'm going to say you're able to grasp him, but he's not going to take the full damage. He would have taken a good chunk of damage with that save. It's just not going to be full damage. It's going to be, you take 2 points of damage as your head hits the ground before, because Shima wasn't able to completely slow your descent.
I'll take the 2 damage for shinies.
All right, we're gonna roll some shinies out here.
I wanted some glowies as well. I would have given Dottie a glowy.
Okay, so just give me a second. I have a few things I actually have to resolve here. We're gonna go with.
How many shinies did I get? I give 1 to each party member if there's enough.
I'm gonna get.
Well, let's find out what they are first.
Here, I want to do this. Yeah. That's what I want to do. So we're
The
gonna
funny
go.
thing is, I almost prepped Featherfall, but didn't think we'd need it.
No one ever thinks on needing Featherfall.
Of course, why not? Why not? Okay. Oh, it didn't like that. I typed the wrong. Exclamation points in Twitch, slashes in Roll20. Well, that was a wild dice. 3 things. All right, let's find out what those 3 things are, guys. Chat. Still haven't got one up here. I do want you to roll something that I've never asked chat to roll before. It's gonna be a D100. So let's do this.
Yeah, D100s.
I love D100.
And I can actually take 3 of these rolls, actually. So let's
Let me
do
just
this.
hop on and roll one of those.
Yeah, you're gonna do that? It's okay, because it doesn't really matter who does the rolling. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll 1, because I want to roll 1 myself, too. Because I don't... Well, I guess I do sometimes.
I have an ad.
You have an ad, of course you do. Okay. That's alright. Ads are good. Ads help provide some much needed income so that we can pay for things like this. So we're okay with that.
Okay. And so, what is it? Just exclamation point,
Roll
100?
space 100. Yeah. Exclamation point. Roll space 100.
Roll space 100.
There it is.
95.
95. A
Nailed
3, a 30,
it,
and a
brother.
95. Alrighty. Okay.
I'm gonna hop off the Twitch now.
Awesome. Okay, so the as you kind of open up the blanket that has these three shiny trinkets in it, you hear an extra voice above you, and it's a very high pitched voice. Intruders! What? Why you take our things?
Oh, we didn't take them. We're trading them.
You look up and you do see 3 glowing orbs coming down towards you from the top
The glowies!
from the top of
Quick!
the geyser.
Dottie, grab the glowies!
Can I cast friends?
Oh, you could certainly try.
1 minute to get out of there.
Yeah.
We have 1 minute.
And I'll say, along with casting friends, oh, we didn't mean to offend you. We didn't know anyone was here.
All right, reading friends here. Just
We may have a problem in 1 minute. Let's get out of here.
All right, Shima will do
And-
his talk fast businessman
okay,
sales
but
voice.
there are 3 of these orbs.
Okay.
Okay, so you're casting. If you're casting friends, you're casting it on one of them.
That's fine.
Okay. So, okay, so one of them is going to speak out to you, and it's going to have this strange little kind of extra echo that precedes their voice. It's not an echo after; it's an echo in front of their voice. And you're going to hear this. Well, hear it say, "Well, that's my mirror." And another one's going to say, "That's my stuffy." And then the last one's going to say, "That's my wand."
Ooh.
Well.
Actually,
What have
I'm
we got
going to
here?
retcon that because Abby. Oh, hang on. Did you? Who rolled the 30? Was that Scrags?
I didn't roll anything.
Okay, somebody rolled a 30 in the Roll20 chat.
It looks like it was you who rolled the 30.
Then I'm retconning that. It wasn't a mirror. It was a couple of rings linked together.
I was hoping for brass knuckles.
Well, I believe the correct terminology is that was your brass ringy things, that was your wand, and that was your stuffy.
But what
That's
is now
grand.
yours is this amazing trinket. Step right up. Everyone come take a look. We've got a spider climb trinket, better than anything you can imagine. It's traded for only the utmost of expensive things.
All right.
No, don't give away the spider.
Roll a
Claw.
persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. Oh, crap. 16.
Yeah. So two of these glowing orbs seem to flicker, but the one that you cast friends on. Oh. Kind of leans closer. It kind of moves closer, floats closer to Shimos. Okay. Please toss that up, and you can have my rings. Toss it back up to the geyser.
I just lob it there.
And it just goes, floats away. The other 2 remain behind.
Mm.
All right. I got something for you. How about a magical water, a magical vial filled with color? And I'll pull out a vial of a stoppered vial of colored liquid. It's very
And
pretty. Look, you can even choose your own color. They're all in different colors.
Do you know what these liquids are? For the
It's just
DM to know?
colored liquid. It's just colored liquid. It's part of my background.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, they're gonna lean into you. Roll a persuasion check straight.
Look, it's very beautiful colors. There's pink and green and mauve. I've always liked mauve. Persuasion. Oh, crap.
I want my wand back.
Okay, how about some coins? Or an egg?
Some
Kinda start-
expensive shiny coins.
The very light blue color that they were is starting to turn a little bit red.
I'll show a gold coin. What about shinies?
You have no idea the value. Roll initiative.
Ah, jeez. We have.
Alrighty.
21.
Let's get these guys up here.
Let me scroll over to my attack chart.
13.
What's the difference here? I've got two different things for the same creature. Maybe it's just the extra stories. Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I'll smack them all down.
Mr.
All
Magical.
right. This is kind of fun. Let's have some fun with this. I don't have the token for it, so I'm gonna go put a token out here on. And
I have a nasty feeling we might have to run away.
all right. Let's see here. This is a tiny little thing. And we're actually all out here. Not that it matters, because we're not going to even be using the map much for this, because it's all theater of the mind. Let's see here. I need Shimo's roll. Did you get one in? Oh, you didn't.
Shimo got
You
a
didn't click
21.
your ticket.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can you hit your token first for me, please?
Yes.
And there we go. Okay, cool. So the original initiative you had was 21. All right, that's going to mean, Shimo, you see that it's threatening to attack, and it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Ah, crap. I was hoping I'd go after them to know that they are attacking us for sure. But I'm going to have to rely on the I know they're aggressive and
Don't forget your short. Your wall shape is every short rest.
Oh, I did not remember that.
Yeah, it's 2 every short rest. So
I'll start
Very good to know.
in Shimo form, and if I could take damage, I'll switch over to Brown Bear. So I'm just gonna take a strike against the closest one to me and say, "Stand down."
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. This is a battle. I need a battle music here. Let's get some appropriate tunage going on. Here we go. Battle. There we go. You rolled a
14.
14 misses.
Oh no.
Oh, okay,
You whiff at it, and it just kind of floats around your attack.
all right. I'm gonna use my bonus action to flip out another unarmed attack.
Go for it.
16.
Still misses. These guys are hard to hit.
Can I roll an intimidate for my stand down yell?
I'm gonna say no. It wasn't intimidating enough. It didn't quite fall into that category.
I have a bad intimidation anyways.
Is that end your turn then?
Yes.
Okay, seeing that you're the one that went to go to try to stop them, one of them goes to attack you, and the other one goes to attack Scraggs, which is apparently very unsuccessful in their persuasion. This is for Shimo. Wow, that was a lot of dice. Does a 16 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay, so you're able to dodge its attack. Meanwhile, let's see here. The other one. Yeah, the other one attacks Scraggs. So here it is. Scraggs does an 18 hit.
Meets beats. Yeah.
All right, so you take as one of them kind of thrusts itself at Scraggs. You see Scraggs suddenly kind of light up underneath their cloak. Just this jolt of lightning across where their face would be. 8 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god. I'm looking rough. Okay.
That brings us to Scraggs.
All right, I'm gonna cast a spell. So Elred is not taking part whatsoever.
Not at this point.
No. I'm gonna cast a spell on me, Dottie, and Shimo.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
And that's on attack saving throws, right?
Yeah, attacks and saving throws.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to run away. I'm going to disengage and run away as a bonus action to get away and just leave them surround Shimo. So it's on me, Shimo, and Dottie.
Okay, and how much distance are you trying to make?
I'm going to get 30 feet away.
Okay. All right, so you
I'm
make
get
yourself
past behind Elred, hoping that he at least will take a hit or two.
Fair enough. All right, that brings us to Dottie.
Okay. It's weird because I don't think Dottie wants to hurt these things.
We're also in the wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play into her personality. I don't think she would hurt them. I think she would just run.
All right.
We have the shinies. Let's run.
I'm gonna
don't have
use
the
my-
shinies.
What?
The blanket with the shinies are on the ground.
Oh, I didn't. Are they near me? Were they near me when I was there?
You didn't have a chance to gather it up before the glowing things came down.
So, but was it near me before I ran? Okay, so can I try to? All right, so I would have tried to grab the shinies and just ran.
Okay, well
I
then
don't know
knowing
if you let
that.
me do that.
Okay, knowing that, Dottie, what would you do?
Yeah, I would just run.
Are we just
I'll
running
use my
straight to back
movement
where
to
we came
dash.
from?
You can use your movement to dash. Now the challenge is you're in easily waist deep water for you, so you running and trying to dash is still only 25 feet of movement.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, so I only went 15. Shit.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
In that case, oh, this is so dumb. This is gonna be so dumb.
Oh boy.
Oh man. I'm going to. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm going to cast Firebolt, but I'm going to spend a sorcery point to do twin spell, so I can hit 2 of them instead of 1.
Sure.
You don't have to kill. You can actually wound.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. And can I also use Tides of Chaos, or is that too much?
No, you're welcome to do it. If it's just you need to post them so I can see how many actions we're dealing with.
Okay. So there's Firebolt. There's the first one.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
That also hits.
Okay, here's damage for one. Damage for the other.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
All right.
So
And-
I just throw fire from my palm at two of them.
Okay, and Tides of Chaos. Throw that one out there for me, too, please. Oops. Nice.
So I actually didn't end up needing it, but it gives you advantage
Oh, okay.
on an attack.
Well, if you're not doing it, then don't do it.
Okay.
Save it. Okay. So yeah, you do. You launch one out, and two spurts come out from your hand. They do both strike the glowing orbs, which kind of splutter a little bit, but they're still glowing strong.
And then I'll start waddling away in the water.
All right.
The
That'll
only
bring
way
us
you
to-
guys are. The only way you guys are going to escape is if me and Elred stay here and get the crap kicked out of us.
Elred is going to look towards Scrags and just shout, "Just give it back already!" And he's gonna walk back. He's not gonna run away, but he's gonna end up at about the same distance as Scrags anyway.
No, I tried to give him something else. Come on, let's just go.
Shimo, your turn.
Oh boy. So if I take the dodge action now, that'll last through their turn, even if I run away, right?
That is correct.
Alright, I'm gonna take the dodge action and then run away, like move away from them.
Are you
So half of 35 feet.
Okay, are you moving in the same direction as the other three are?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move in our team's direction.
Okay, fair enough. And that's your turn then?
I mean, if they want to take some attacks of opportunity against me, I am moving outside of their range
They will definitely do so.
at disadvantage.
Yes. at
But I want to
disadvantage.
keep myself between them and all of our allies to try and like block them.
Okie doke.
First line of defense.
The 9 will not hit. And another 9 will not hit.
Yeah, dodge.
So you kind of both feel them kind of lurch at you. You can actually sense the ozone coming off of them a little bit, but nothing makes purchase. However, it is now their turn, and they are now full bore chasing Scrags.
Dodge.
And let's see here. One of them seems to just disappear. The other one comes and attacks Scrags directly. Oh, you're lucky. Those are both 9s. So, yeah, it does not hit.
Oh, weird. Scrags is gonna die.
And that brings us to Scrags. It is your turn.
What can I do? So we got bless on us. So they're next to me.
They are definitely next to you. They're not so much next to Dottie. Dottie is the only one who's distant enough that, or at least the one that you can see.
Yeah, I can't block them if I can't block them if they're going to just like teleport.
The one that there's two that I can see.
There's only one that you can see at this point.
One that I can see. Scrags really, really wants to keep the shinies. He'll kind of look around and be like, "What do you reckon? Oh, we just got to fight them. Let's just take them, yeah."
What are you gonna do? 6 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna do the one that I can see. I'm gonna do a Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
So
It needs a wisdom
DC
save.
13.
That is a 14. He saves. It
All right,
saves.
and then a bonus action. A bonus action. I'm gonna try something. Screw it. I'm gonna do a big piece of chalk is going to appear behind this one, the one that I can see,
Okay.
and it's going to be a spiritual weapon.
Nice. Love it. And it can attack.
So it can attack. So it's going to attack the one that I tried to hit.
Okay. Let's see here. I gotta
I don't know
find.
why.
Trying to find
23 for 7 force.
Wow.
23 for 7 force. I gotta find something here that I can use as that. I don't have anything here I can use as. I'm gonna pretend this is chalk. It's horrible, but I want to have it. So there you go. There's your chalk, and it is
Floaty
a
chalk.
17. You said?
Yeah.
No,
23 for 7.
Yeah, it definitely hits and does a smacky smack for sure. It flutters underneath the pressure, underneath the force damage that comes from the underneath the radiance of this spiritual weapon. It's a little bit dimmer, but it's still glowing.
Help! Someone! It's my turn.
That brings us to Dottie.
Oh God. The one next to Scrags that I can see. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, it's getting serious.
Pulling out the
And-
leveled spells.
Just to make sure it hits, I'll use Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Don't forget you have a bless.
Okay. So
So it's a
I'll
plus a
add-
1d4.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll add that afterwards. Oh, so that would be.
That'll be
Sure.
with your Tides of Chaos. That's going to be a 24 to hit. That definitely hits.
Okay, cool. Cast that.
Nice.
One.
Ooh.
7 lightning, and then here's my wild surge just in case. We're good?
Yeah, we are good.
Ah.
All right. So, as you release this lightning, you feel it connect, but it doesn't cause as much damage as you expect that it should.
Lightning resistance.
Damn it.
Maybe immunity.
Oh, it still causes a bit of damage. Like it's still definitely losing some of its glow, but it doesn't. It should have killed it outright, but it didn't.
Oh, outright. That means some fists will do some
Elric,
work here.
kill him!
Okay, that's me.
All right. Actually, I have to go back a couple of steps here because I made some calculation errors here. There we go. That's better. All right. Yeah. All right, so let's go to Shimo.
Shimo is going to run up behind the one on Scrags, which I'm probably already pretty close to because Scrags is really slow.
Yep.
And say, "Leave my friends alone," and attack. Plus 1d4.
Okay. I have to ask you a question because monks. Do your unarmed attacks qualify as magical attacks?
No, not yet.
You punch it, and it causes some damage, but again, not as much as you expect.
Okay, so that would be 4 then instead of 8, I would assume.
Yes, it's still like it's dim, but it's still there.
And then I'll bonus action to hit again. Plus
That
1d4.
Okay,
Oh, it hit.
fair.
Yeah. Just for fun, here's a 3.
Okay, so that was necessary. It hits with your bless.
Oh, great.
And as you punch this seemingly, it's almost incorporeal thing. Like you're going right through it, which is why it doesn't cause as much damage.
Don't
You
hit
go
me.
through it this time, and it just dissipates.
You see, it's just a glowing light. It doesn't deserve rights.
That's what you say, okay?
Oh my god. You didn't have to
That's-
kill it. You could have just wounded it.
How do you wound light?
This is what we're finding out. And
Put it in a box.
is that the end of your turn then, Shimo?
Does it? So it just dissipates?
It just disappears. Just
Well, I can't.
Go.
I can't save the life of something that doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, just hang out.
all right. Let's see here.
Still one more. Where is it?
It appears immediately behind Scraggs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to save Scraggs. I think Yunlil would forgive me. And
So it
Reliquary.
So it's gonna attack you again, Scraggs, as it drops its invisibility, becomes visible again, and you're lucky that the flanking isn't there anymore. You're lucky. It's an 11 to hit.
Oof. Meh, no. Loser.
Just give me back my plushie. And Scraggs, it's now your turn.
I'm going to turn around and use my magical dagger.
All right, go for it.
19 plus a d4.
Yeah,
for
that's gonna hit.
Yep. 6 points of magical piercing.
This one's
And
a little
then-
bit. This one's a little bit odd because when you take that magical dagger, it handily seems to pierce light, and you can actually feel it shudder on the end of the dagger as you withdraw it.
My spiritual weapon is going to attack. 15. I don't think spiritual weapons get any sort of
No, 'cause
bonus.
it's not. Because it's its attack, not yours. So you're right. It doesn't take the bless,
Well, that's a pity, and that's my turn.
and it does miss. It just kind of whiffs right past it as it kind of dodges the weapon, the chalk.
Dottie, you got it. Kill it.
Dottie, it is your turn.
Which one had witch bolt on it?
The one that died.
Okay. Can I this is rough. Can I do a non-lethal firebolt, or is that I know, stupid question.
It's not. You can always do non-lethal.
You could always try.
Try. Yeah, try.
I just feel bad about killing these things.
Nah, don't be. They're only will-o-wisps.
I'm just trying to save Scraggs.
Yeah.
You could always
Kill
try.
it, kill it, kill it. Do it, do it. One of us, one of us.
Okay. I'll declare non-lethal, knowing it probably won't work.
Okay, fair enough.
On a firebolt.
Roll your attack. You roll your bless isn't going to help you here either, unfortunately.
No.
So you trying to make sure that you like only graze it. It just kind of goes just past it instead.
Okay. I'm not sure about this, and that's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Shimo.
Shimo will dart over and attack.
Oh, is he flanking it?
He's not flanking it, no, unless you intend to.
Yes, can I get
Yes, you
far
can.
enough around to flank it? Okay, I will flank it then. And, well, at least I was flanking for a 9.
Teaser does not hit. So you're just through the water, and you almost like to try to hit, and it misses.
Yeah, I'll throw out a bonus attack then.
Okay.
21. Oh, plus bless, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna hit, and it is your hand again. It does like you go. You feel like it's going through cotton candy.
I don't suppose I can eat it.
Not as an action on
He
this turn.
denies just phone.
Not on
That's
this
an
turn, at any
unarmed
rate.
strike.
You've already taken your bonus.
Aw.
That would be
All
funny
right.
though.
That's my turn then.
All right. So the one that seems to be a little bit more damagey currently is you, Shimo. So it's gonna turn and take a. It's gonna try and get away from the flanking position, which means it's not gonna leave your guys' melee, but it is gonna no longer. It's gonna move just out of the way of being interposed by you, and does a 19 hit.
Yeah, 19 hits.
So you take. In its movement, it tries to kind of get to you, but it seems to only graze your shoulder. You take two points of lightning damage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, those dice were bad for me. Horrible. Horrible. That was like the one and the one there. Those, ugh. Okay, fine. Scrags.
I'm gonna try to flank it and use my dagger.
Go for it. And you still have bless.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
So 7 piercing, and then I'm going to use my spiritual weapon.
You won't need to, because as you stab
Well.
at it again with this really nice dagger, you feel it kind of stick on the end like a candied apple, and it just kind of sputters out and goes dark on the end of your dagger. And that is where we're going to stop for the day.
Magical trinkets.
Yes, a wand. We got you a wand, Dottie. You murdered someone, but we got you a wand, so it's good.
I call the rings.
I
They
feel
would look fabulous.
bad.
Got the rings, and we'll give the last one to Elred. I don't mind. I don't know, a plushie. He likes plushies. Dragons like plushies.
Yeah. He's a big guy. Big guys like their plushies.
Okay.
We just murder hobo to group.
That's
No, I
a thing that just
defended
happened.
you.
That's true. It was a defense thing. There is that, I guess, if you want to, say I'm defending a thief, but whatever.
Dottie feels horrible right now.
Well, we're just gonna sign off on the Twitch, and thank you guys again for joining us for this week. We'll see what happens when we get to the tollway next week, I guess, and maybe what these trinkets actually are. But we also have some more shows coming up here this week. We have Veyrod's running on Thursday for Curse of Strahd. We'll come back here with Sunken Citadel as well, and then the Sunless Citadel is also working on the weekend too. So lots of shows. Check the schedule out. Join the Discord. Blah 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 blah. All that good stuff.
Cheers.
So long.
Thank you guys very much
See you
for
guys.
coming, and enjoy. And so we're actually going to go and do a quick raid here as well. We're going to go to DM Nels, fellow Canadian, French speaking. So they've got a few viewers there, and I believe that they'll be on here for a little bit. So feel free to join us, join DM Nels in French as well. So that is where we are going. And we'll be going there in about 5 seconds-ish. So yeah, thanks again for joining us, guys.